Niall McGrath here for SevereMMA.com at UFC Fight Night 99 right here in Belfast. Alongside my partner in crime, as always, we're just back from New York. Here, obviously, the news today, very disappointing news that Ian McCall has pulled out of his fight against Neil Seery. The only word we have from the UFC at the moment is it's due down to illness. So we've gathered Mr. Paul Redmond, and we're going to have a few of the other guys on to talk about, obviously, Ian dropping out of the fight. Petey, first of all, just your reaction. Very disappointing for Neil, the team, and obviously all the fans, because it was the biggest fight, I think, for everyone on the card.
Yeah, no, it's huge. And I mean, we thought someone was kind of pulling our legs this morning when we heard about it. It kind of went like a chain reaction around the house we have rented. We thought Dave Fogarty was winding us up, but it turned out it did happen. And I can tell you, just as a journalist here, the copy has been pulled from a lot of papers because of this. Seery was the main line here going in for most of the national publications. For him to be pulled away, it's going to do massive damage to the event itself. The confusion that's surrounding it is the thing that's bothering me. Seery doesn't really know what's happened here. We think it might be food poisoning, but we have no clarification. Someone suggested that
Illness, I think it was, really was.
That's what they said, but his nutritionist said that his kidneys were failing earlier when we were talking to him. So it's kind of two different arguments. It's either food poisoning or he had a really bad wake up. But apparently he didn't even start the wake up. But like Redzer, tell us what to wake up to this now is Seery's biggest fight of his life. A guy's waited his whole life to fight.
Yeah, we were around. We were staying in the Dipping Hotel last night, and we were sort of texting back and forth, and how's Seery on the way, and blah blah blah. And we'll meet you at the hotel for 9 o'clock. Sort of that's when things were kicking off. And literally, myself, Andy, and Keith walked into the hotel, and Patrick and Sean Shelby sort of come over, just said, "Listen, fight's off. McCall's in a bad way. He's been taken to the hospital or something." So hadn't really heard. We were literally just after walking into the hotel, so it was a bit of a shock. And then hadn't really heard if he was all right or anything like that, So Seery had to still go in and make weight like a pro, and he did, and that's it.
Just in relation, you're a guy, Paul, you've cut a lot of weight before in the past, and
Just a touch.
Yeah, just a touch. What was it? 31 pounds in Sweden against Mirsad Bektic. Just in relation to flyweights, obviously you know Neil, and you know the sort of amount of weight he used to cut. There was sort of rumours going around today that Ian came in a little bit heavier than normal. Do you think that 12 pounds?
Yeah, well, all right. So I've cut 12 pound of water before. And, for me, that would be a lot of water weight to cut. So you have to take it in your size, your weight, and your sort of body percent weight in relation to water as well. So if you take it as 70 kilos, well then 10% of your water weight is 7 kilos. Yeah. So do you reckon if you do 10% of your body weight, it's really, really dangerous. You shouldn't be doing any more than that. It's life-threatening. So if he's attempting to cut 12 pound of water weight, he probably should have come to someone last night or the day before. I said, listen, I don't think I'm going to hit the flyweight mark. I'll come in at about 130. Let's make it a catch weight. Neil had just still said, yeah, well, let's do it, you know what I mean? Because now he doesn't get the fight at all, So I don't know. As again, nobody knows sort of what it is, so.
The thing that seemed, I was talking to Neil earlier after the official weigh-ins down here, and the thing that seemed to really annoy him was the fact that Brad Pickett kind of said that he'd fight him, and then a fight was accepted between Seery said he'd fight him at 135, and then Pickett said, 140. Like, the guy's already after weighing in at 125. He says he'll go up 10 pounds. I mean, what else?
Was that a bit of showboating, or not showboating? Maybe a little bit, him trying to look good in the situation. Brad Pickett, do you think?
I don't know. I haven't a clue now, to be honest. I'll have to ask Brad that himself. But look, if Neil's willing to jump up 10 pounds, you have to meet him somewhere. You can't just turn around and say, "Well, I'll meet you at catch weight." You'd nearly, I'd say Brad's walking around about 150 pounds. You'd nearly want him to go in and say, "Right, we'll cut 10 pounds of water weight and let's make it at whatever it is," But to ask for a catch weight fight and not cut anyway, be fresh as a daisy after Seery doing a weight cut. Man, now stop your mess.
And it's obviously the talk now is on to the fact that Ian McCall has received both his win and his show money before when this has happened to him, and Neil Seery is just going to get his show money. Did you? Well, I think that's what.
Said the second time in Cleveland he didn't get his win bonus. He got the first time he got Everton. Yeah.
And the word is that Neil Seery's only getting his show money. Do you think in this situation like this it deserves a win because by default Neil Seery has showed up on weight?
Yeah, 100%. I think he should get anything that was sort of coming to him if he was getting a win, anything. So somebody just you can only do what's sort of put in front of you in terms of, right, there's your contract, there's your weight, just the time and day you have to be on that way. Seery done it, he didn't, so you should get his post, you know what I mean? I don't know why they would do that with McCall, give it to him one time and maybe not the second time, and I don't know if they're giving it to Seery or not. Like you said, apparently they are, so I don't know, but yeah, in my opinion, yeah, you make weight, yeah, 100% get your...
I have to give it to him.
I think they really do. I mean, he's showed up there. He's the only one ready to fight out of that matchup. So I think it should be done. I assume that if it's happened before, that's what would happen. But I got to ask you, Red. Today, Neil said to me that he wants this a do-over. This isn't the right way for him to walk away from the sport. He wants to do it in March. Do you think that's the right thing to do here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, well, look, he was at the point of the whole campaign and built it up in himself to fight in one more time. So I don't think I know if you expect sort of to do that whole experience, because every time you walk out the fight, it is a big experience for you individually. Maybe not for everyone else. They just go, have a few points, watch it as a fight. But you as a fighter, it is a big experience, and especially when you're fighting in a hometown and in front of, I don't know what was there, about 12. Yeah, but yeah, a good flyweight. But then you're fighting in front of 12,000 people or whatever like that. It is a big event. Tonight was actually a big event for the team as well. Everyone's coming up out of the team, so they're still going to come up and anyway have a few drinks, but they're not going to see the main man sort of go out there. So yeah, I think I'd see Neil do one big one, sort of whatever it is. I don't know if they're coming back to Dublin next year already.
I'm not sure.
There's actually talk that but Dublin would obviously be the ideal thing. Do you think that's kind of taken away a bit, the fact that he can't do it in Ireland, even if it does get moved to London? Have we lost something, Matt?
No, I think once it's a big fight and it's a big card or whatever, and he gets to do it one last time against a solid opponent, yeah, I think he'd be happy with that. You know, it would have been nice icing on the cake to do it in Ireland, and even better to do it in Dublin. So, but,
he wants Ian again. That's sort of the fight he was saying, that he definitely wants to redo the Ian McCall fight.
Yeah, when he was given the fight first, he jumped on it. He says, Ian McCall, you know, that's a fight I'm happy to take and trying hard for, you know. Like when Seery tells you himself, like, he's at that age now. I think he done it in an interview with somebody. He says he's at that age now. He's starting to slow down a little bit. And the new flyweights and all coming in now. But sort of McCall's about his own age as well, you know. Solid flyweight, you know, was going to give him a hell of a scrap and would have been a nice farewell. So yeah, it'd be nice for the two of them to do it again in whenever. Yeah, that'd be nice, yeah. Yeah.
But tell us how your arm is.
Yeah, how's the arm when you get back in there?
Only ask me, huh? It's wankers.
What's wrong with your arm, Paul?
And I was wrestling with Paddy and Roger Dardis. They had came up. Your coach, yeah, Roger. It buzzed him.
That's why I can't train anymore. It broke my heart.
Wasn't Roger that did it. Nobody sort of did. I just went in for a takedown on Patrick. It was the last round of the day. Just went at a funny, weird angle, and it's like this. It's not even like a clean break or, you know, something that you could show off to anybody. It's like a quarter of an inch just down the very bottom of my elbow. I think I tore a few ligaments in it as well. So full 6 weeks. I actually just got my cast cut off yesterday. That was 3 weeks in it. Another 3 weeks in this, and then get going again.
Yeah, somewhere. Let's get him back on that Bellator card.
And then I think they're doing like an EBI rules sort of jits comp in Dublin in February. So I actually put my name forward for that as well. So yeah.
Have you any word from Bellator? Did they say they're going to redo the match or anything like that? No.
No, I thought they would have sort of tried to match Daniel straight away, because actually a couple of people mailed me saying, yeah, can you get me that fight, you know, and then said, sorry about that, like, they're injured now, but can you get me the fight or whatever. But there was loads of them all tweeting, yeah, I'll fight him. I actually don't even know if he's rematched to the card or not, you know, so, or if he's been pulled completely, so I don't know. I sent him and whatever, sort of like, not an apology because no one's fault, but just said, listen, this is what happens, hope you get matched. So I haven't heard it back from him, you know, so I don't know.
Definitely, we'd love to see you on that Bellator card, man. It'd be horrible to see.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. We need you back in there.
Yeah, but when are they back?
Back in, they're going to do 3 or 4 cards next year, isn't it?
They've said they're doing 4 cards between the UK and Ireland next year. So, I mean, if you're a draw now, you'll be a draw then. So hopefully.
No.
And that Pato Wickstead, keep him away from your arm.
Yeah, exactly. All right. All right, Paul. Appreciate the time. Looking forward to seeing you get back in there.
Says that
Neil on, so he was like, yeah, get him.
And we're back on here alongside Andy Ryan here in the Radisson here in Belfast. Andy, obviously very disappointing for Neil, for the team, for everyone. Just describe your emotions off the bat.
Yeah, heartbroken, but first of all, Ian McCall, I hope he's all right. Hope he's recovered. I don't know, I haven't heard what was wrong with him or Someone said food poison and a few things, but whatever it is, I hope he's okay. That's the main thing. I'm good for Neil, really, really good, because this camp and this Neil Seery was Cage Warriors World Title. Neil Seery, his training was unbelievable. His mind was in the right place. He seemed he couldn't wait to fight. In the gym training, he was there. He was, he's doing the work. He's jiu-jitsu, he's boxing, he's wrestling. He was back on the road. I love when he's on the road running. He looked very, very fresh. And the amount of work we put into this. And there was a few hiccups with medicals. He'd done his medicals and the paperwork got missing. He had to do them again. And so there's loads of little obstacles and hurdles that he's been doing while trying to work and, and doing stuff. And which was a little bit different. This Neil never takes a bit of time off work. He took 2 weeks off before this fight. So he had plenty of time, to get the weight right and right in the head. So I'm gutted for him. I'm gutted for the whole team. We have half of Dublin coming up to see him. And I'm getting calls all day, even from my wife and family, we're not coming. And they've spent a fortune on tickets. And I don't think the USA realise how big of a name Neil Seery is in Ireland. The only reason we're staying is to give the other Irish guys a shout on. Otherwise we would have been gone home. Because it is a big downer for us. And I don't think the USA realise, Seery is a massive following here. I could have selling 5,000 tickets.
Icon now, isn't he? Let's be honest.
I think it's because people know he's a hard worker, a grafter. He never turns down a fight. Win or lose, I say it before, he would never say it. 2 fights he lost, he wasn't 100%, but he would never say that. Haraguchi, he wasn't right in the mind, he wasn't trying as hard as he could have been. He'd a lot of stuff at work, he'd a new baby. He wasn't the fresh Neil Seery you see now.
New baby though, it's Neil Seery.
I know, when it's for fingers, But and then in Vegas, he was sick. He was in bed for the week in Vegas. In bed for a week, sick, didn't he? I had to go and get him hydrated. A lot of fighters would have pulled out of that fight. He would have crying off, sick, but he wouldn't. And he still gets in and gives 100%. So for me, I think the crowd are going to be heartbroken here, And that's the vibe I'm getting from a lot of people. Even the UFC fighters, everyone.
Everyone was talking about this fight this week, but I want to ask you, from a coach's perspective, how do you deal with a situation like this, especially the circumstances that we've had coming in? Because Neil did announce that it was going to be his last fight. How do you keep Neil focused?
Well, I think a couple of things we do is, first of all, we don't start saying we want to fight him and him. You got to let him get over it, because he's going to have up and downs now all day. He might be okay, and then he'll get you know what I mean? So, no, we let things settle a couple of days. We'll go and enjoy the event tomorrow night. We'll go cheer on the Irish guys, and then we'll see where we're going to go from there. But he is going to fight again, that's 100%. It has to be the right fight. It has to be the right fight.
Can you clear up earlier on this Brad Pickett thing? Because, Brad Pickett said he was going to have a fight. I don't even think it was possible inside that window if they didn't weigh in. But Neil accepted the fight, right? That's what.
I tell you what happened there was we heard he tweeted Neil or something.
Yeah, he put out a tweet this morning.
I'll jump in and save the show. So I seen Brad upstairs and I said, Brad, we'll do 135 and Neil will give you a few.
You said 135.
I didn't say we do it because we wanted to do a fight, but realistically we knew it wasn't going to happen, So, and then Brad said, look, he did offer, but Sean Shelby said, not a chance. Plus, he's about 150. He'd never come near the weight, you know what I mean? So I just think it was maybe, he probably thought he had to offer maybe to help Neil out because Neil done it for him. But look, I wouldn't tell you, I'm getting texts off fighters in Ireland.
Yeah.
He's a hated man, is Neil Seery.
No, I'm getting texts off fighters saying they'll take the fight. Yeah. Guys that,
Dave Fogarty, amateur.
Dave Fogarty's a world medalist. Now, guys that don't understand the whole, it's not my show and Battle Zone where you can jump in. They don't understand the whole procedure, the paperwork, the amount of medicals. The whole week here, the lads are here since Tuesday doing stuff. It's not just I'll jump in, You have to fucking earn your spot here.
Can I ask you about the money situation, if you don't mind? A lot of people are kind of saying that McCall, for his first kind of situation like this where Scoggins pulled out, he got win. Was it Scoggins? He got win and he got show. We're hearing that Seery's just getting show. Can you clarify that, or what's going on?
Just from Twitter, I've seen that he's only getting his show money. But for me, he made weight like a professional, like he always does. He stood in the scales. He didn't have to get on that scales because he was told before the weigh-in, your opponent's not going to make it. He still got on that scales. He went and done his medicals because he was saying, there's 2 other flyweights. So I'm here to fight. I'm ready to fight. If someone pulls out, I'm ready to go. So for me, he should be getting his win bonus because he's done everything in his power to make that fight happen. You know what I mean? Other fellas just would have fucking off. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a win by default, isn't it? Because his opponent isn't able to go into the octagon. Surely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Give him the fucking money, definitely 100%.
A lot of other people get it. you know.
Well, Ian got on his first fight in a similar situation. What happened? I know he didn't get his win bonus in the second fight. I was over there for the Borg fight, but that has to be done because of the circumstances.
Neil was saying earlier that it's March in London. He wants to do McCall again. He had actually told me previously that he was considering retirement until he was given McCall, because that was the guy who pulled him out of retirement. That was the guy he knew he'd get up for. Is that a fight you want to see?
Yeah, that's a fight I want to see if it happens, if Ian's all right. But a few people are also saying Pickett is looking to retire in March, and maybe he could do a 130 fight. He'll come down 5 pounds and Neil go up. But for me, yeah, Ian McCall fight if he could do it, because the two good guys, they want to fight. Everyone's talking about it the last 3 years. Yeah.
So we've been talking about it for years on the show. He's, they both wanted to throw down, but there's no guarantees that Ian's going to come back either, because that's,
But I mean,
3 times in a
like,
row.
Ian's back in the hotel now. Like, he's back in the hotel afterwards. A lot of people are tweeting me about concern. Like, he's okay. He's up in his room. We spoke to his nutritionist earlier. So I mean, we were looking through his social media pages earlier, and we find this picture of salmon that is reported just before he gets sick, and it's very pink in the middle. It's very raw. Would you recommend the fighter to eat something like that today?
Every fighter is different. Air guys don't eat, maybe do a bit of breakfast that morning, and then the cut starts. Because a lot of them are, you're dehydrating the body, so you're not going to be able to, break down the food and stuff like that. So, but yeah, every fighter is different. So I can't comment on what he done. But Neil wasn't eating when he was cutting weight. He was, cutting weight. Yeah, but like obviously maybe Ian hadn't got much weight to cut. I don't know. But I don't see too many fighters eating food at 5 o'clock, whatever it was before, 6 o'clock. Yeah, well,
listen, let's just hope the fight happens again, in a few months' time, and hopefully it's Ian McCall, because I know that's the fight Neil wanted. Andy, thanks for stopping by in hard circumstances.
I might have been brought onto this show. Oh, man.
Cheers, bud. Appreciate it.
Thanks, lads. Well done.
SevereMMA.com, back here alongside Mr. Marc Ratner. Thanks for joining us, Mark. Mark, I just want to get your line on what happened today. What was the official line from the UFC due to illness? Is there any more light you can shed into what happened with Mr. Ian McCall?
No, he had a severe weight cut, didn't feel good. We don't want to ever take a chance with health and safety, and so we said, you're not going to fight. It's that simple.
He was transported to the hospital in the early hours of this morning. Is that what's happened here? Is that what has made this happen? We haven't got any kind of confirmation as to what actions happened before this fight was withdrawn from the card.
Some kind of a stomach flu is what I've heard. I'm waiting to hear from the doctors, and in fact, when we go to dinner, I'll get a phone call.
Excellent. In relation to the show money, things like that, will Neil will obviously get a show money? Would he get a win bonus?
Neil will get show money. He won't get a win bonus. No.
That's everything.
Mark, do appreciate the time.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. The Brad Pickett fight? Was that ever potentially able to happen? It was kind of put out 5 minutes before the window closed for the weigh-ins. I mean, that was impossible. Once that weigh-in window closed, that fight could never happen. Is that correct?
That is correct. Absolutely. Yeah. We wouldn't let somebody just fight. You can't do that. You can't take a chance. No.
Due to medicals and things like that.
That's correct.
Mark, do appreciate the time.
Okay. Thanks.
Very much.